Hey, greetings, YouTubers. This is Angry Old Man Ed, back with TTM video number 56, through the mail, as TTM is for my father-in-law, who always forgets what it is. Today I will share with you 3 TTMs that I've gotten recently. I also want to apologize to everybody for not watching all your videos in the last month or so. I've had some issues. I was sick for a while. First, it was my allergies that really were just knocking me out, and it was really hard to just do anything. And then I actually got sick, and I don't know, a combination of a lot of things, I guess. Probably those shots. I got the shots for the COVID things. But I was laid up for a while, and then for the last, almost week and a half, I had no internet, cable, phone. That's because somehow one of my cable lines got cut. And the cable company, which I will not mention their names, still has not fixed the problem. So how am I on the air? I had to go to a different cable place. They hooked me up via a different way. So still waiting on them to fix that cable, but that's one of the main reasons as well I haven't been watching videos in a while. When I was sick, it was really hard to focus on the videos, so I do apologize. I'll probably be binge watching a lot of your videos over the Memorial Day weekend, getting ahead. And so you might see a lot of my responses piling up there. Again, I do apologize. I hope everyone's been well and been doing well and having fun and getting all your returns and everything. So I look forward to, again, catching up with everyone. We're coming upon June, where I will still have the giveaway, my 1-year anniversary. Haven't gotten anything new, but hopefully I can get some stuff to add. Very hard now with Target not selling anything, and going to Walmart is a trip, because all they have now are college cards, the boxes of like Virginia, Florida State, Kansas, cards from years ago. But never know. But again, I hope everyone's doing well. So I'll give a shout out to everybody today, everyone who's out there, all the folks that I have subscribed to and have subscribed to this channel. Now I got 3 TTMs. The first took 21 days. There was no fee. It came from Jacksonville, Florida on the postmark, although I sent it to Georgia, so it's on the probably southern part of Georgia, close to Jacksonville. And that's a former NBA player, Mr. Cazzie Russell. He signed this 1969 70 card. Big one there. I like those big ones. That was the year they won the championship. And right here, greats of the game, where he was at the University of Michigan. Mr. Cazzie Lee Russell, born June 7th, 1944, in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. He's 76, so he'll be turning 77 soon, and I wish him an early happy birthday if he's watching this channel. And what else would he be doing? He attended the University of Michigan, and while at Michigan, he led the Wolverines to 3 consecutive Big Ten titles from 1964 to 66. His teams made the Final Four in both 1964 and 65, and in 1965, Michigan lost the title game to John Wooden's UCLA Bruins. In 1966, Cazzie averaged 30.8 points per game, and that year he was named NCAA College Player of the Year. In the 1966 NBA draft, he was selected first overall, number 1 pick overall by the New York Knicks. His NBA career went from 1966 to 1978. He played with the New York Knicks, the Golden State Warriors, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Chicago Bulls. And in 1978, wound up playing in the Western Basketball Association, the WBA, and then the Continental Basketball Association as well. He played there from 78 to 81 in those leagues. With the Knicks, he was a member of their first ever championship team in 1970, but was eventually traded to Golden State for future Hall of Famer Jerry Lucas. The Knicks had Bill Bradley, so they felt they could trade Cazzie Russell. And when he was with the Lakers, he was the last person to wear number 32 and number 33 before Irvin Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar took those numbers and eventually got them retired under their names. With the CBA, he became a coach, and he won the 1981-82 CBA title. And eventually he wound up coaching college at very small colleges throughout the United States. He was also an assistant coach with the Atlanta Hawks for 2 years. In his NBA career, he scored 12,377 points, about 15.1 a game. He had 3,068 rebounds, about 3.8 a game, and had 1,838 assists, about 2.2 a game. He was an NBA All-Star in 1970 while with Golden State. He, as I said, won the NBA championship in 1970. He was the NBA All-Rookie First Team in 1967. Was also, as I said, the National College Player of the Year in 1966. And in high school in 1962 was Mr. Basketball USA. In the CBA, he was named CBA Coach of the Year in 1982 when they won the championship. His number 33 was retired by the University of Michigan. And in 2011, he was elected to the College Basketball Hall of Fame. And during his time in the NBA, he would serve in the National Guard as his service while he was with the Knicks. So thank you, Mr. Cazzie Russell. Got a good signature there. Signed one in black and the Michigan one in blue. So that was nice. 2 different colors. Appreciate that. The next one is 8x10 that I got. I had a baseball card blown up into a photo. Might send this gentleman again sometime down the line. This came from Arizona. There was no fee. It took about 14 days, which was pretty fast, I should say. And that's Mr. Del Unser right here in the Get this thing straight. Get out of there, the shadow. 1976 Topps card that I had blown up. That's my favorite set of all time. These are the first cards my dad ever bought me when I was like 4 years old. I still got them. Got the whole set, too, eventually. A little bit about Mr. Unser. Delbert Bernard Unser, better known as Del. Born on December 9th, 1944 in Decatur, Illinois. He's 79 years of age. He first attended Eastern Illinois University in Charleston, Illinois, and then went to Mississippi State. At Mississippi State, he was a 3-year starter. Was named First Team All-SEC in 1965 and 66. In 1965 and 66, Mississippi State won the Southeastern Conference Championships in baseball. And in 1966, he had a good year. He led the team, Mississippi State, with 31 runs, 39 hits, and hit .333 that year. In 1966, he was also named an All-American. And he was eventually, in 1997, elected to the Mississippi State Hall of Fame. In the 1965 baseball draft, the Minnesota Twins selected Del Unser, but he didn't sign with them. And in 1966, they had a winter draft, and the Pittsburgh Pirates selected him. He didn't sign with them. But in the June draft, he was selected in the first round by the Washington Senators. He signed with them, and they were really bad. A bad team. They were the rebirth of the Senators. The original Senators moved to Minnesota. He made his major league debut on April 10th, 1968, at the age of 23, against the Minnesota Twins, of all teams he refused to sign with, and did get a base hit in that game, his first hit ever. His career went from 1968 to 1982. He played in Washington with the Senators, but didn't play with them when they moved to Texas after the 71 season because he was sent to Cleveland and played with the then Cleveland Indians. What will they be called now? I call them the Cleveland baseball team, or call them the Cleveland Browns. You know, it worked in St. Louis when they had 2 Cardinal teams, so it'd be easy to remember that. And then he played with the Phillies in 2 different stints in the early 70s and then the late 70s, early 80s. He did play with the Mets, as you see on the card there, and also played up north with the Montreal Expos. On August 20th, 1968, he had a 5-hit game. He had 4 singles, had a home run against the Oakland A's. That was a big game for him. In 1969, Del Unser did lead the American League in triples. He had 8. But in 1977, he primarily became a pinch hitter, and that's what he's really remembered for late in his career. In the 1980 World Series against the Kansas City Royals for the Phillies, he had some crucial doubles to drive in runs as a pinch hitter in the late innings of games 2 and 5. And the Phillies won that series in 6 games. In his career, he played in 1,799 games, had 1,344 hits, 87 homers, 481 runs batted in, and hit .258 overall. Del Unser and Lee Lacy are 2 players that had 3 pinch hit home runs in consecutive at-bats. So 3 straight at-bats, they hit home runs. Not in the same game, but just overall. 3 different games. He was a member of the 1980 World Series champion Phillies, and his dad was also a major league player. His dad was a catcher for the Detroit Tigers and the Cincinnati Reds, and his dad's name was Al Unser. Yes, not the race car driver, but same name, but two different people. After his major league career ended, he ran a sporting goods shop for a while, then became a coach for the Phillies, and he eventually became farm director for the Phillies. When he was farm director, he saw the development of future players like Mike Lieberthal, Jimmy Rollins, and Scott Rowland. So it was a good time for the Phillies to see those young guys come through, and he was the director of the farm system. But again, it was free, and I thank you, Mr. Unser, for signing the card there in blue. And this last one is a baseball. Yes, I got a baseball back. It's been a while since I've had one of these. This is a person you might not have heard of, but it helps with my 1962 New York Mets, trying to get the Mets, who are still alive from 62. If you can see that, this light is terrible. And that's Mr. John Demerit. This took 12 days. And I don't think that's any better, but sorry about that. It took 12 days, and came from Wisconsin. And I did contribute $5. I put $5 in there, so always try to send a little something with the baseballs. John Stephen Demerit was born on January 8th, 1936 in West Bend, Wisconsin. Same birthday as Elvis Presley. He's 85. He attended the University of Wisconsin, and in 1957 signed with the Milwaukee Braves, the hometown Braves, for $10,000. A lot of money back then. He had the nickname of Thumper. His major league career went from 1957 to 62. A lot of spotty seasons where he really didn't play too many full seasons in the majors. I think he played just one. He played with the Milwaukee Braves and then the New York Mets. 1961 was his only full year in the majors. He batted .162 in 34 games. He had 12 hits and hit his 2 home runs that year in 1961. 2 of his 3 career home runs. One on April 26, 1961, a 5-time All-Star pitcher Larry Jackson. And then on September 15th, 1961, he hit a home run off future Hall of Famer Mr. Sandy Koufax. Hey, you're going to do something, do it right, right? Hit a one off Koufax. He was left unprotected in 1961 for the National League expansion draft, and the Mets picked him 10th overall. He played in 14 games in the first month of the 1962 season, where the Mets won 40 games and lost 120 that year. On May 15, 1962, he singled, had a walk, and hit his 3rd and last Major League home run off Dick Ellsworth in a 6-5 Mets win. There was very few wins that year, and that was his last great moment. He retired at the age of 26 rather than report to the Mets AAA team. His career, he hit .174, had 3 homers and 7 runs batted in, but he was a member of the 1957 World Series champion Milwaukee Braves when they beat the Yankees in the World Series that year. But he was nice enough to sign, get a little closer there, 62 Mets on it, so I thank you, Mr. John Demerit. Not a big name, but hey, he helps out with the trying to get those 62 Mets autographs. So that's it. Hopefully I'll have something else coming up soon. I want to thank everybody for watching. Again, I do apologize for not watching your videos. As I explained early on, it was a rough and weird time, I suppose. But I will try to catch up on as many as I can now and get back into watching them. So hopefully you'll all watch this and, leave a comment. I always like to respond to comments. I enjoy everybody's comments. Love everybody's comments because I love everybody. If you're new to the channel, if you'd like to hit the subscribe button, that would be nice. Don't cost nothing. That's the beauty of it. It's free. You can do it for free with a little click of the button. Leave a comment. As I said, if you don't like it, still subscribe anyways, I always say, because you never know. We might have something you like down the line. It's possible. I hope everyone again is doing well. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. One person at a time. Just pay it forward, and before you know it, everybody is, good to each other. And it's, happy. So stay safe. I want to say good night to the great state of Utah, the Beehive State.